Hi, my name is Javier Perez at Perez Projects in Berlin, and we are inside the exhibition of Austin Lee. It's entitled Awe. You might remember Austin's work from an exhibition he had in Istanbul at the Mosaic Art Foundation in 2018. And I'm going to just give you a walkthrough so you can see this incredible exhibition of paintings and also with two new sculptures. First, you probably are already noticing this incredible blue figure. It's called Blue Relax. It's a sculpture that he created entirely in virtual reality and then had it printed in 3D, and it's over a steel armature. It's an indoor sculpture with this amazing, shiny, metallic blue finish. In addition to the painting, you probably will notice that the whole exhibition or the walls in the exhibition are painted in different shades of red and different shades of blue. And this is inspired by this incredible 15th century French painting by Jean Forquet of a Madonna that was recently shown here in Berlin. Normally it's in Antwerp, where it's now back. But we have the opportunity to have it in Berlin for 3 months, and I think it really inspired the way the exhibition looks for Austin. So I'm going to just show you also a few of sort of the highlights of the exhibition as far as the paintings are concerned. This is a very interesting new painting where we see this couple, a sort of androgynous couple. We don't know if they're gendered or not, and they are sort of in a moment of embrace and of dancing, and they're sort of fading into the background. Another of the figurative paintings in the exhibition is this incredible painting of a young girl with a horse. In Austin's work, we often encounter the theme of the equestrian. The equestrian theme was a very popular historical painting style that was all the rage in England in the 18th and 19th century. Austin studied at Yale, and Yale has a very important collection of British art, and we see in his works a lot of references to historical narratives, and so you really see the way he uses a painting approach that's very much in the 21st century, but then it harps back to ideas and themes that were so popular in art history. So you'll see equestrians, you'll see young children, you'll see flowers, you'll see animals, really the classic subject matter of painting throughout our history. And here we have another one of the sculptures in the exhibition. It's called Flower Bear. This is another sculpture that Austin created in virtual reality, and then it's 3D printed, and finally it's painted the same way that he paints his paintings. This sculpture is connected to another piece that we showed last year at Art Basel Miami Beach called Mr. Austin. In that case, it was a self-portrait in 3D. This time we have another one of his classic themes, this idea of a cute animal, but we'll see also at the top of it that it's being painted by a brush. I also just want to highlight another one of the paintings that I really like in this exhibition. This painting is called Relaxed Sky with Flowers. I find it particularly interesting because we really see Austin and his focus on taking a subject matter that relates to our history and recreating it in a way that connects to us in the 21st century. To me, this is like an example of like Renoir and this idea of the bourgeois relaxing and enjoying life. And in this case, we see this sort of reduced male figure with flowers and this idea of a background which is blue and pink and lavender, and really simplifying things into a way that allows us to connect even with our history in a way that we never necessarily thought about before. For me, that's one of the things that makes Austin's work so particularly strong. It's this ability he has to reinterpret the narratives that have been developed over hundreds of years in art history and achieve this idea of simplicity that allows us to connect with his work so directly. I just want to show you the rest of the exhibitions. This is another example of Austin's equestrian paintings. In this case, it's a painting called Side Eye, and I think we see exactly where the title comes from, this humanized idea of a horse figure. You see the changing tones of the wall, the changing colors, also re-emphasize this idea of light and the way light affects how we see things, and also gives it a sense of electricity. Another horse painting, the dancing horses. Here's two other works that I really love. An additional, this one almost suspended in a digital screen. And then last, this really incredible painting, line drawings called Duel, where we see three faces with a central face grimacing. Very appropriate, I think, for the way a lot of people are feeling in today's day and age. So thank you very much for joining us at Perez Projects in Berlin. And as you can see in my office, we have a lot of works sort of scattered around. Our next exhibition will be with the Cameroonian artist Ajar Bernard Atewa. We also have a painting by Donna Wonka from a recent, based on a recent performance at a museum in Denmark. And then also a new work by the Peruvian artist Paulo Salvador, as well as some design by Anna Jensen, a desk and a light and a chair by Teofil Blondet. So thanks again for coming to Perez Projects in Berlin.